Got a Twosun. Sup? Let's get a look at this thing. Got to get it out of this box. These green boxes, man. Okay. This one jumped the line. It's a newer model. And I believe that it's still available. We'll check here at the end of the video, but we're going to go ahead and check it in. We'll check it out real good. And then we'll look for price and availability. See if we can't find this thing. Oh, wow, this titanium. Let's try the back flipper first. Ooh, nice jimping. Oh yeah. Look at the stonewash on this. The bead blast that's going on this blade. What do we got here? Does it tell us? Yeah, it's a Ts471 14C28N. Wow, wonderful finish on that blade. Look at how well it matches that bead blasted titanium. Nice ramps on the pocket clip. Then on this side, it's got a G10 inlay. Surely that's G10. Very grippy. Yep. Is this the gaming logos? I mean, I don't know. Titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip, full titanium scales, frame lock, and then it's got this G10 insert. Really light knife. Really light. Let's get this towel out of the way. Let's run that action a little bit. It's got a fuller. Okay, hold on. Front flipper. Kind of caught my finger there. I mean, wow. Interesting piece. I mean, let's get it apart. We're going to disassemble it. We'll clean it up. Tune it if necessary. And then we'll reassemble and lube it up and make sure everything's proper. And then we'll finish the check-in, check-out. Pretty simple. All TH across the board. Pocket clips got 4 square sides, flat, and recessed into the titanium. Pretty nice. I mean, it's a little oily in there. Not surprising considering how oily the knife was. Standard bearings. It's got racetrack washers. Internal stop pins riding inside the titanium scales. There it is. I wonder if I need to pull that scale. I think I do. It's going to be full of oil underneath there. And if I don't pull it, what will happen is if you squeeze this, oil will come out from around it. And so, I mean, for a long time, every time you grab this knife or deploy it, it's going to be oily. And so I ain't messing around with all that. I'm just going to pull that scale. I'm going to get it cleaned up. Best way I know to get these scales out is just tap them on the desk, and then they'll pop out. It's amazing how many times, yeah, see, that one was ready to pop out. How many times I've struggled trying to pry those out, and then I finally figured out I just got to wrap it on the desk. Look, it's almost completely out of there. See it? I could probably get something under it now, but I'm going to hit it some more. Oop, I must have hit it in there. Oh, there it is. Oop, and yeah, look at all the oil under there. So all that oil would be trying to come out every time I messed with the knife. This screw's located under the scale. It's kind of cool. But we'll pop that out and get it cleaned up good. All right, let's get all this oil wiped down. Super light scale. Look at all that skeletonizing going on there. I mean, wow. It's not even skeletonized. It's removed. Very nice. And very lightweight. Yeah, super lightweight. Wow. Real lightweight little piece of G10 here going in there. I mean, you know, sometimes with a knife like this, I think, well, why don't you just leave it titanium? But I'm not hating on that. I kind of like it. Breaks it up a little bit. And, I mean, I'll throw this out there, but, boy, that green will take purple dye wonderfully. Yeah. No issues at all. See, now this side's skeletonized. See that? It's just, they've milled it out, thinned it out, removed weight. The other side, they just took it right out of there. It's pretty cool. This scale is much heavier than the other one. I mean, I don't know. They're both pretty light. I'm talking smack now. I mean, much lighter. Then I grab them. It's like, nah, not so much. Pretty much the same. I probably should get this other collar out of here. Just, you know, and I'll tell you the reason that's got to come out is because it's completely full of oil under there. Look at it. Let me get the right angle. See all that oil? No need for all that. Now, I get it. I mean, they're shipping these, and my guess is somewhere along the line, they shipped some knives, and then people came back and said, you know, when they got their knife, they said, hey, my knife's got rust on it. And so they had to make that right. Well, it doesn't take too many knives to go, hey, we're going to dip them in oil before we put them in a bag, you know. You know, having people go, hey, I got my knife and it's completely covered in oil. I know, wipe it off. Because you can wipe oil off, but nobody wants to keep a rusty knife. It's like, no, get me one that doesn't have rust. And then, of course, you run the risk of people just going, yeah, just give me my money back. And then you got to pay to ship the rusty knife back, which, to be honest, you don't really need for nothing. Big pain. So, yeah, coat them in oil, man. And you don't have that issue. You know, it does beg the question, and I was talking to somebody about this not too long ago. Did they still put these on a boat? Like, I know this stuff used to come from China on a boat. Is it all air freight at this point now? They just get enough, like, bulk freight, and then, you know, they ship every couple of weeks or so. That's why it takes 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe somebody that's watching knows. You can throw a comment below. Does this stuff come Is it airship now? Or is it still on a boat? I would think this stuff just gets in bulk shipping. Goober. Well, hopefully that's my one for the video. But anybody, you know, those that are familiar with the channel go, come on, man, don't jinx yourself, because you know you're going to have several more opportunities to not do it right. Like that. Is it the long screw or the short one? I think, pardon me, I think it's the long one. It's the one I'm going with. Pardon me. And then the short one up front, like so. Little lanyard pin. It's a nice feature that I am a fan of. I need the collar, but not milling out this side of the pivot pin, just making it like a rivet. I'm a fan. I mean, it's like everything that I've done it came apart. It's like you goof. I think it's because I said that's my one mistake, right? Yeah. I just want to make sure everything's still together before I go finishing. Get it all the way together and then find out nothing's right. All right, here we go. A little bit of lubrication. Dimensions got internal stop pins. Pretty nice. Ooh, is that smooth? Come on. Put a little bit on that detent ball track. Okay. That should hold everything down. Let's put this body screw in, because that one will fall out. These scale screws. There it is. Okay. Man, I'm digging it. Last screw. So I think I mentioned the reason this one's bumping to the front of the line, because they're available. I believe these knives are still available. I bought this one a while back, obviously, because it takes, 3 to 4 weeks or so to get it. So it was at least that long ago. But I think it was a little bit before that. But I believe these are still available, so I kind of want to bump the line and get you a look at it. So if you're interested, you can make a somewhat of an informed decision. Do you want to take a run at one of these? We're going to look for availability. There may be a buy it now price from the sixleaf seller, and then they may be available on White Mountain Knives. We'll check there too. Ooh, my goodness. Man, this thing's This thing's awful nice. I like it a lot. Let's talk about the action real quick. I mean, it's drop shut, blade centered. Got a nice spidey flick off of that fuller. I can thumb flick it. You just got to be cautious when the thumb flick not to grab on back here and lock out. Oop. There it is. Strong action. Front flipper. Very nice. It's got excellent jimping up here on this front flipper. Really grippy, bitey, and it goes up and over so that there's excellent grip here to throw that over. Yep. And then the back flipper's got wonderful jimping, comes up and over and down. So again, easy to bite into that, and man, that comes out so nice. I wonder if I can fail it. Let me try. Try not to get my fingers on the lock bar. Yeah, so it hits my finger, so that front flipper comes over. If I don't get my finger out of the way, which is kind of a cheat because I sort of have to snap that to get it over, but I can't fail it. You know, the only way it fails is if I leave my finger linger like that. Yep, pretty nice, but man, it's just, ooh, let's talk about ergonomics. So nice little platform for the thumb with some jimping locked in, and wonderful recess here for the index finger, and then the other three just line up here in this knife. And you know, not so confident grip, confident, very confident, and this knife will run right up on a confident grip. Yep, very comfortable in hand. We try a reverse grip. Nice little platform for the thumb to cap that off. And then this knife allows for like a pakal grip, which is if I'm going to stab down, this is the way I want to hold the knife. I want to be this way versus this way. And this knife gives it. Yeah, this has got a great little pakal grip going on here. Wonderful. Speaking of the pocket clip, let's check it out. We'll run it in some pockets here. It's got a great ramp in and out, so I think it's going to be fine, even on the thicker stuff here. Yep, up and over and all the way home. What a nice profile. I mean, it's kind of a classy look. It's kind of, I don't know, straight, clean lines. Looks good. Excellent tension, yeah. Going to create good retention in the pocket. Could be a little stiffer for this jean size material. Yeah, I think I might adjust that real quick because look at the spring tension here. So I think I'm going to put just a little tension on that pocket clip. Okay, so the thickness was such that I was able to put a little arc on that with my fingers. I didn't have to use any tools. And so I just put a little bit of a bend in it, ever so slightly. And we'll put the screw back in it and we'll check it again. I'm pretty confident that that's going to add a lot of tension to this pocket screw. And there it goes. Sucked it right into that scale. Wonderful. Oh yeah, that's, woo! I can't even lift that up now. Might have overdid it. Nah, I can get it. All right, here we go on the thick stuff. Yeah, it's going to make me work for this now. There it goes. Yeah, that's a dryer clip on the thick stuff for sure. Woo, can't even get it out. There it goes. What about standard jean size material? Come on. Yeah, excellent tension now. It's going to hold it in that pocket. My spot back here, if I took off running, you know, when I got to where I was going, my knife would still be there. Yep, good stuff. Let's check it for safety. Wonder if we can make blade contact. Ooh, that looks ominous. I'm going to say right now that I can touch that blade. Only because I'm looking right at it. Look at it. It's almost to the top. Yeah. So from here to here is blade contact. Yep. And a fair piece of it. Like if I just push my finger on there, I'm touching the blade. Fair piece of blade contact. What about the tip? the tip's recessed, so I can't contact it. So the clip's good, the tip is good, but there is exposed blade in the back, so I would not be confident of just handling this knife in any haphazard way, thinking that the knife is safe when it's closed, because in fact there's blade exposure. Yep. Speaking of that blade, I wonder if it's as sharp as it looks, because boy does it look sharp. Let's check that steel. Oh yeah. Very smooth and very sharp. Wonderful. 14C. I like 14C. All right. So, price and availability. Ts471 and 14C. Where are they and how much? Okay, so like a lot of Twosun models, newer ones, like this one, this is a fairly new model. When it came out, it took off like a rocket, and prices well over $100. Right now, it looks like the prices have settled in. I'm going to say between $70 and $90 on live auctions. It's kind of what the average is looking like. I know that's $20. It's 20% on $100, so it's kind of a broad range I'm giving there. But I'm seeing prices $70 to $90 somewhere in there. Sixleaf, White Mountain Knives doesn't show it in inventory yet, but the sixleaf seller has a fixed price of $119 for this piece with a buy it now price, or a best offer price. My bad. So I don't know. Could you offer $100 for it? Could you offer $90 for it? I'm not really sure. But you have 5 chances at that best offer. And listen, my philosophy is the worst thing they could say is no. I mean, I'm not really worried about offending people, because, I mean, it's just business. I don't, it's not personal. It's just I'm trying to buy it for the least amount of money. Anyways, TS471. I mean, I like this piece. I'm curious if I'd like it more if I dyed this out like black, dark purple. And I think I would. It does kind of have a subdued, lighter feel to it with the stone washed and the bead blast, and the lighter green kind of matches all that. But I think the dark black purple would be special in there too. All right. Well, listen, TS471. I appreciate y'all watching.